Welcome guys, we are back once again for a second stream on the bounce. We are here for round 15 of Let's Make Massa World Champion Series. We are here at Malaysia for the next round of the championship, guys. And hello guys, once again for the second time today, we are back with some F1 2016 with 2017 stuff, so it should be quite amazing to see how we pan out in this one. If you guys have not seen the last episode, I wouldn't watch it because it was terrible. It was going okay and then it just went down the toilet there. So we are here for round 15 of the championship, and it is great to bring this to you guys. You guys smashed the like target in the last stream, so you guys are getting another one right now, and it's actually going to be good because after this it's the Grand Prix in Canada, so you guys are getting a double bonus here of 2 videos today and obviously the Canadian Grand Prix afterwards. So it's like an F1 afternoon for most of you anyway. So in the championship, in some bizarre moments of that race a few minutes ago, both Mercedes, if you missed it, crashed out in the Grand Prix. Hamilton crashed on the first lap, getting punted by his teammate Bottas, and then Bottas retired as well, making contact with Ricciardo, Verstappen and Vettel and co. So this should be hopefully a great way to send off you guys for the Canadian Grand Prix tonight. So let's see how we pan out there in this race right now. So we're still 52 points behind Bottas, who still leads the championship. And as well, guys, if you can't see it, refresh your streams. But the votes are now open for who you want me to drive as for Series 2 of the Let's Make Driver World Champion Series. You have the choice of the current championship leader, Valtteri Bottas, in the Mercedes. You've got both Red Bulls of Ricciardo and Verstappen, and that is it. So it's those 3 drivers, Bottas, Ricciardo, Verstappen. You guys will have your say on who you want me to drive as in this one. So let's jump into this then. We're jumping into the session for this session right now. Historically around here, we have done very well. We've got a 100% record round here for wins in career mode. We picked up 4 wins at Malaysia with some brilliant tyre strategy in this one. So we'll wait and see how that pans out as well. We're getting close to 15,000 subscribers as well, guys. If you want to help the channel by supporting it, make sure you slap the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications on right now if you want to see more of this series, guys, because you have your say. You decide what's going to happen for Series 2, who I drive as. So you've got on there. I can say as well, if you pick that man, which a lot of Dutch people will be voting, because I've got a few Verstappen fans in the subscribers, so that's great. Of course, you can pick Ricciardo, and I can clarify to you on the stream right now. Let's just burp then. If we win the championship with Ricciardo, a shoey will happen on stream in Abu Dhabi in the last race of the season. So I can confirm that to you guys. And people can say, oh, just check that video as well. So you can go for me going for a shoey with Ricciardo. Praise the Dutch people by picking Verstappen. Or any Finnish fans, you can vote for Bottas. It's entirely up to you. But it is overcast here in Kuala Lumpur. And you guys know this track can bring out some unpredictable weather, so we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. My strategy for this race, as you guys know very well, historically, we've started on the medium tyre or the hard tyre, and we've just done well in the race, so we're going to go with that strategy. Here's my setup anyway, for who you want me to drive. Not to drive, what am I doing? The setup I'm running then for this Grand Prix is on your screen right now, guys, for this Grand Prix here in Malaysia. We are only going to do 1 flying lap on the medium tyre. So it will be interesting to see how we pan out, but we're going to start on the medium tyre, see how we get on, and we're going to finish off with the hard tyres as well. So we are going to see how that pans out. Yarno, it does take time for Streamlabs to come up with your subscription. I do apologise, but it will come up eventually. It does take time. It's dry as well for the race, which is great news for me. So we will be fine and dandy with this one-stop strategy that we are going to do right now as well. So we are going to do 1 flying lap, guys, in this session. And if we get somewhere close to the top 10, that'll be great in 11th, because then we have a nice full banging set and we can be comfortable on the 1-stop. Or we try and get into the top 10 on the medium tyres and try and last them out as long as possible before the hard tyre comes into play. So we'll see how that pans out as well. So we're going to confirm park firm, mate. We're going to head out onto the track then. But make sure you like this video, guys, on the channel, because if you do, that'll be awesome as well. And maybe, just maybe, last a question mark, guys, there may be double points in hands. If you guys don't know what last to first is, basically last to question mark is I start last with a big team and try and get up the field as high as possible, and you guys predict where the top 3 will be, fastest lap, and where I finish, and at the end of that series, whichever one of you has the most amount of points by the end of the series will win a copy of F1 2017, which has not been done by Codemasters. I've not been talking to them. This will be out of my own money. One of you will win a copy on any platform of your choice, but if it's PS4 or Xbox One, I would like to know early, because I can order it for you guys, and you can get it a day early if you want. PC, you have to wait really on there as well. So make sure you share the stream out, guys, as well. I would really appreciate that as well, and you subscribe to the channel and you turn notifications on as well. So let's go onto the track then on the medium tyres for our one and only lap then in qualifying, and I want to try and get this done before 6 o'clock, because then the Grand Prix is on at 6. Well, the race starts at 7, but the build-up starts at 6 o'clock, so we'll see how that pans out then. Overcast weather, so this should help us on the medium tyres. So we may do 2 stints, but we'll have to wait and see. If you can't see the eye at the top right-hand corner, make sure you refresh the stream, and then you'll probably see it at the top right-hand corner of your screen. So here we go then. A track that we've done very well on historically, and it is going to be a shame to drive this track in F1 2017 for the final time, as it's not going to be on the calendar anymore, which would be a real shame. So we'll wait and see how that pans out, but we are out and running then for qualifying here for the Malaysian Grand Prix. But let's try and do what we've done in every episode, guys, and try and get 100 likes by the end of qualifying. Obviously, it will be a bit difficult because obviously we're running 1 lap here, but let's try and get as close to 100 likes as possible. And the target, guys, is going to be a big one as well. If you want double points for the next last to first guy, last question mark, it will be a big one. But I'm hopefully you guys can do it, guys, as well. Strategy is the key round here. So we're starting on the medium tyres for this race, Irvin. So with every race we've done, we've won starting on the medium tyres. We've got 4 for 4 in the Malaysian Grand Prix in career mode in the 4 seasons we did. So we're going to try and go 5 for 5, and it's a little bit of a fact for you guys. In every race we've done, Malaysia is the only track that I've got a 100% record on in terms of wins on any track. This is the only track that we've done well in and won every race in every career mode we've done, which is 4. So in this series, we're going to try and make it 5 for 5. So here we go then on our only lap of the qualifying. So we could maybe try and squeeze another lap in if we feel like it. As I think that's E-Buddy. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the Ryan 83 community. Hope your stay is a great one. Let's make him feel welcome in the chat by putting in the hashtag welcome E-Buddy right now in the chat right now. So spam away with your hashtags right now for welcoming him into our broadcast right now. So you guys are getting a double treat today of 2 streams, which is absolutely fantastic for you guys, and right before the Canadian Grand Prix. So it's a nice little bonus for you guys today. Lance Stroll's winning Canada. I doubt that. Not going to lie. But we are going to do a one-stop strategy tonight, guys. One stop at Malaysia is possible. It has been done before, and we've pulled it out of the hat on 4 different occasions right now. So let's see if we can pull it off again. I just think a lot of pit stops around here is not ideal at all. So you can see we're only 6 100s off Ricciardo actually after 2 seconds, which is not too bad. As Sebastian Vettel clogs in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix then with a 36.6. So not too bad there from Sebastian Vettel. But coming into the final sector, which we are not good in, I'm not going to lie. That corner we've just gone through is probably one of the worst corners I can never get right on this channel. So we'll have to wait and see. Niels, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the Ryan 83 community. Welcome aboard, mate. We're a little bit too deep into the final corner, but we should correct it on exit, which we do indeed. We're going to come up to the line. It won't be the fastest time of the session, but it will put us P4, which is not too bad of a time, I've got to say. These overcast conditions can play a role with the tyre temps a little bit and the grip level, so we'll have to wait and see. If we are outside the top 10, that'll be even better, because we can start on the hard tyre and absolutely go. Well, we'll have to wait and see actually how long these tyres can go on, these medium compound tyres. The weather's going to play a massive factor in this one as well. if it stays cool like it is now with overcast conditions, the tyres won't degrade as quickly as it would be. So we've got to keep an eye on the weather for the race. If it's going to rain, if it's going to be dry, but we saw it's going to be completely bone dry for the race. It's going to be a little bit of cloud cover as we just do the back end a little bit there, which I shouldn't really be doing because it's an in-lap as well. As another subscriber rolls in there, thank you so much, sir. Welcome to the channel. Because you can choose the two faster tyres. So in this case, we've got the softs, the mediums, and the hards. In qualifying, you can start on the medium tyre. You can pick the medium tyres if you want for qualifying. We are using the harder tyre compound strategy. So you can, for the hards, you have on the normal and the harder tyre strategy, you have the medium tyres available to you. The softer compound strategy gives you all three sets of soft tyres for the qualifying session. So far, not a bad start, I've got to say. As we'll head back into the pits, we won't do another lap there, so I will take that. If we are in the top 10, that will be so ideal right there for me. As we're back to the pits, we'll just slow it down to under 50 mph. And that actually is going to do us here for qualifying. I'm just going to just sit now, chill for a bit, ask some questions from you guys. And make sure, guys, you hit that subscribe button and you share the stream out as well. And we'll see how that pans out there. But the shock of last episode had to be, hands down, Stoffel Van Dorn getting a podium. So that was quite a surprise, I have to say, on there as well. So we've got Japan next, which will be tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow night on the channel. It's going to be a triple header of Let's Make Massa World Champion episodes. So you guys are getting a little treat today because I didn't stream yesterday for personal reasons. So that's why we're doing it right now. So we'll wait and see. We are going to retire from the session on the medium tyres, so we won't be doing any more times. But the only time at that right now, Hamilton's down in P6, a second off the pace. So maybe Mercedes aren't looking great around here. We have to wait and see what the times are going to be like for them. But what sim cockpit do I use? I don't have a sim cockpit. I can literally show you. I've got my Thrustmaster TX Racing base. I've got a Ferrari F1 wheel, add-on wheel, which can take out, is detachable. And then I've got an IKEA chair, a nice wooden chair underneath with a basic pillow. And that's really it. And then I've got two monitors. I've got one right in front of me here, which is the game. And then on this side here, wait, no, I'm trying to think here. That side is my second monitor, which has the OBS on it and the comments as well, so I can read them during the stream. Yes, Canada is at 7 o'clock. We'll be well done before then as well. And we are going to retire from the session right now. We've dropped to P5, but I'm not bothered about that. So we're going to retire from qualifying and we'll head to the race. And we actually stayed in the top 10. We stayed P7, which is great. Vettel coming in with a 35.5 and just dominates that qualifying session completely, as we saw with Hamilton today as well. So we're going to start this episode off right now, guys. So make sure you hit that like button, guys, because the like target on this episode, guys, if we hit it, we will do double points for last to question mark, which will be out potentially tomorrow or Thursday or Friday next week. So if you want double points, guys, to get your shot in with a chance of winning a copy of F1 2017, you got to hit the like target, guys, which I'll reveal in the race. So make sure you hit that like button, guys. You share the stream out, because the more shares we get, the more likely we will get like targets and we'll hit them for this episode. So without further ado, it is now time for the Malaysian Grand Prix, guys. Should be quite exciting. Will we have rain? We're going to find out right now. It is time. So sit back, guys, enjoy, share the stream out, guys, hit the like button, and subscribe as well if you want your name popping up on the left-hand side of your screen right now. But it's now time for the Malaysian Grand Prix, and we're live. Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Let's Make Massa World Champion. We are here for round 15 at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, which is the penultimate time we will see this track on an F1 game, because unfortunately you guys know this season in real life is the last season and F1 2017 will be the last time we drive this track. So hopefully I can give you guys a bit of a classic one here. Historically, this track we have won on every occasion we've been here. in career mode, and we've done that 4 times. So let's try and go for 5 today. 5 on the bounce is the only track on the game that I've got a 100% win record round. So I'm going to try and continue that right now, as we are live on both YouTube and Twitch as well. And should be quite exciting for you guys to see if we can pull this one out of the bag and win, and crucially close the gap down to Valtteri Bottas, who still has a 52-point gap over us right now, as they both retired. Both Mercedes retired from the Grand Prix last time out in Singapore. We got a puncher when we were in P5, when we're going to close the gap down, which is really frustrating for us. And there is Max Verstappen there in, I think it's P3 there, but there's your pole man, Sebastian Vettel, with a 35.5, who did pretty well in Singapore until we had a little bit of a moment there as well. And there's Massa. We are driving as him in the series. We are starting on the medium tyres, guys, as well. So it should be quite exciting. But here is the grid then for the Malaysian Grand Prix, guys, for round 15. Vettel got pole by nearly a second from Ricciardo, showing that Ferrari have got some really good pace around here, with Verstappen in P3, Raikkonen in P4, Perez a surprise in P5, Hamilton down in P6, there's us in P7, Bottas having a disastrous qualifying, starting in 10th place on the grid. So you've got to keep an eye out for Bottas in this race with his tyre strategy. We shall see, as the rest of the field is on your screen right there. And the Manas are on the grid as well in 21st and 22nd, but they will get disqualified at the end of the first lap. So it will be 2017 real life edition here with this series, with all 20 drivers on the grid. Now our target, guys, for this episode is going to be a big one, because it will revolve around Last Question Mark, which returns this week. If we hit the light target, guys, double points are on offer for that episode, guys, for your chance to win a copy of F1 2017. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and you keep an eye on the series as well, because it's not too late to get a chance in. We've only done about 6 races, so you've still got 14 to go. So you've got plenty of time to try and win the series. As you can see, it is a 2-stop strategy, but we are going to try and emulate what we've done in the previous seasons of career mode and go for a 1-stop round here. We have got a used set of mediums on, which we set in qualifying, which we were in the top 10. So we are stuck with this tyre allocation. And on your screen is the setup, guys, that I'm running for this Grand Prix. If you want to use it, feel free to do so, guys, by pausing the video or pausing the stream right there. But this is the setup that I've made. It's a great setup, good for league racing, good for multiplayer racing, good for single player for your career modes, or even if you want to do a Let's Make Drive World Championship season mode, go for it. It's a great setup to try out as well. The target, guys, of likes is going to be 200 likes on this video, guys. So if we hit that by the end of the race, by the checkered flag, double points will be on offer, which will help you guys in Last Question Mark to close the gap down to our current leader and have a chance of winning a copy of F1 2017 when it comes out at the end of August. So here we go then. On the grid, Hamilton there ahead of us, our rival at the minute in the championship, is only 2 points ahead of us, but Bottas is down in 10th place, so that's going to help us. And he's also going to be stuck on the tyres he qualified on, which was the soft tyre. So this is going to be a massive opportunity for us if we can pull this one out of the bag here today. But Perez, a surprising P5 for him. So great job for Force India to get him up the field there. So do not count out the Force Indias for a chance of a podium finish in this Grand Prix right now. So we shall see how this race pans out for us today. It's a crucial one, this one. We've got to at least close the gap to Bottas in the standings. If we don't, I may have to concede defeat in this series, guys, to the Mercedes, and it will be a straight dogfight between both Mercedes drivers for the championship. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on right there. So the formation up then, just have to really focus on trying to get these tyres up to temperature quickly and manage them very well and get to at least lap 12 to get them to that range of pitting for hards and go to the end of the race on them, which we have done so many times. Once we were close to a puncher, the last couple we've been fine on tyre wear, so we have to wait and see if a 1-stop's going to work here today at Malaysia. The weather's not going to be nice for us right now. As you can see, we've got a bit of cloud cover, but there is sun burning down on the track, so temperature's going to be a bit high, which will affect the tyres, especially on the soft tyres, so they will be pitting early. So this is why we've done what we've done with the strategy here today, by starting on the medium compound tyres in qualifying, do the one run, which has given us a nice fresh load of soft tyres if we require them in this race. But the priority is the hard tyres, and to go all the way to the end of the race on a 1-stop here. It is going to be hard, but we have done it before, so I need you guys to encourage me so much to manage these tyres and get them to the end of the race. But we'll have to wait and see We've got the French baguette behind us, obviously in P8 for Haas, so good job from Romain Grosjean right there. So here we go then. Round 15 of the Let's Make Massa World Champion Series. We have not got long to go in the series. This is crucial, this race. We've got to do well in this Grand Prix and try and gain some points on our rivals of Hamilton. 2 points ahead is Hamilton. 2 points behind is the guy on pole position, Sebastian Vettel. So we've got to try and beat him in this race, or we'll lose out to him in the standings at the end of the race. So here we go then. Pressure's mounting right now. It's a crucial race, this one, for us. It's important, this one. We win this very hard, and it'll be a great way to end the stream for the Canadian Grand Prix coming up after this one. But here we go then. The lights are on. Round 15 of Let's Make Massa World Champion is away here, and it's a great start from us off the line. Hamilton's bogged down, and so is Perez. And look at Raikkonen as well. It's going to be 4 wide going into turn 1. This is not ideal at all, so we're backing out of that completely. Verstappen's got the inside line. They've made contact there, the Ferraris and the Red Bulls, and we're going to try and go around the outside of Raikkonen. Round the outside we go, and we're going to get a good exit as well, so we're up to 3rd place already. What a start from us. And we're going to try and get Vettel as well. Down the inside we go with him, and Verstappen as well. Very slow start from all the AI, and we're going to try and hold it down the inside, but Verstappen's got me round the outside and moves back to the lead of the Grand Prix. But we're up to 2nd place already. What a start that was. And it all happened because of 4 drivers fighting for the lead into turn 1. They all backed up so much, and now we're just going to pot the bus now and hold off. We're not bothered about Verstappen if he wins the Grand Prix. Priority is holding off Vettel, Hamilton and Bottas in this race. But what a start. But wow, what a start that has been for us. From 7th we're up to 2nd place already after half a lap. It's a good start from that, and all we can do, just hold on to Verstappen, and we're in a great shot of winning this Grand Prix, or even on the podium. If we get a podium, that would be great in this one, but we'll have to wait and see. But these guys will be a lot quicker than us at the start of the Grand Prix on their soft compound tyres, but they will be starting to degrade very quickly, and we could see them pitting as early as lap 5 as the Manners, as you can see on your screen, have been disqualified. So now it's real life action now in this Grand Prix. Harry Anderson's not been disqualified yet, so I'm a bit worried. There he is. He's now finally been DQ'd. So now it's real life F1 2017 rules now. All the drivers are now in. Now as we get rid of them, as Vettel try to make a move on us there, but already up to 2nd place. Great start there, but Verstappen will lead the Grand Prix then here in Kuala Lumpur. And he's got a nice gap now ahead of us, so not too bothered at the minute. As remember, they are going to be pitting very early in this race, that the guys on the soft tyres with these temperatures, very hot temperatures right now in Malaysia. But the cloud cover could play a factor later on in the race with the tyre wear, so we've got to keep an eye on the weather very carefully. We have got no rain expected, of course. It is a dry race, but the temperatures are going to play a massive factor in this Grand Prix, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Also, if you guys are new to the channel and I would like some feedback on the face cam I'm running for the rest of the season. If you guys want me to keep it in the position that I put it in, then let me know in the comments, guys. Also, if you've just joined as well, you can vote right now for who you want me to drive as for Series 2, which will end up being the last series before we head over to F1 2017. So that vote is in the top right hand corner of your screen, guys, right now. And it's between Max Verstappen, who is leading the Grand Prix, Valtteri Bottas, the current championship leader, and of course Verstappen, Bottas and Ricciardo are your drivers to vote for in the top right corner of the screen, and it's going to be up there from now to the penultimate round in Brazil, and I'll announce the winner at the end of the Abu Dhabi race. So if it is a championship decider, we'll have to wait and see right now. But behind us, you can see, if you've not noticed, Perez has got ahead of both Ferraris now, so Perez is up into 3rd place, which is a great job there, and we get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which clearly indicates that the tyres are going off already for the soft compound tyre runners. So this is what I need right now if we are going to pull this one-stop strategy off here today, as we have this before the Grand Prix in Canada happens, of course. So that's why I'm streaming right now, guys, so we'll see how this pans out right now. So we'll have to wait and see. Kieran, no plugging, please. There is a rule in this stream, so for no plugging unless I give you permission. So Always ask before you promote, please. It's a main rule, and I think a lot of people know that, so we'll have to wait and see. Coming in then, into the hairpin. So I'm not bothered about Verstappen at the minute if he's pulling away, because remember, he's going to be pitting very early in this Grand Prix. We could see 3 stops from the AI, or most likely 2 stops, but we'll wait and see. Perez doing a fantastic job here for Force India. I've got to give him props for that. Obviously, we are in lean mix for the middle sector just to save a little bit of fuel and also save some tyre wear as well. So it's a bit of advice there for you guys. If you want to save tyre wear, run lean mix for most of the lap. On the straights, I'll run in standard just to help us stay in a straight line, of course. A little bit of a lock-up, but it's not too bad. The line's not too bad as well on exit. As we're only 1.7 seconds behind, as Perez is going to be under pressure right now from the rest of the field behind him of both Ferraris. So we'll wait and see. Alfie, I don't know why you just said that, mate, but that's a bit of a spam there. I know you're a moderator, but that's not cool, mate. What about Ocon? Nah. See, the thing is, on the next F1 game, it won't be a big team. I'll be starting off in career mode. But I will be doing a Let's Make Driver World Champion series alongside the career mode as well. But we're going to be mixing that series up a little bit by doing random tracks. We're going to be mixing the calendar up a little bit. So it will be the normal career mode as always that we've done on every F1 game, of course, driving as myself. The team I've already decided, well, there's about 3 teams I'm deciding on, which you guys are going to vote for once we announce that in the middle of August. Which is going to be exciting for you guys, of course, so I can confirm it is not Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull or Williams. It's not any of those. So it will be a midfield team or even a lower end team we're starting off there. And it's going to be a long series, guys, which I can confirm will be a very long series. The concept will stay the same of qualifying one stream and then a race afterwards. And what I've decided to do as well is we're going to have 2 episodes around a week. So you have full qualifying and practice on one day, and then we're going to have the race in all its entirety on another day as well. So I will be I'm planning to do a schedule, guys, for you. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out there. So Yo Serg, I don't know how to pronounce that, but welcome to the channel, mate. Welcome to the Ryan 83 community. Great to have you on board, and hopefully your stay is a good one right now. So also, guys, tonight at the end of the Canadian Grand Prix, I will be doing some open lobbies on a number of set of games, including Dirt 4, which came out this week. This week. And also F1 2016 as well. So if you want to join me, you're more than happy to, guys, because I will be making some content for videos, as I'm not going to be here on Wednesday to stream. I'm out with my girlfriend. Thursday's unlikely as well, but I'll let you guys know. So the streams this week will happen on tomorrow, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So the Wednesday and Thursday are the 2 days I can't really stream on. Thursday is 50-50, but definitely 100% can't do a stream on Wednesday. So just thought I'll let you know, guys, in advance right now what happens. But we're closing the gap to Verstappen again, as his tyres are starting to go off again right now, as we're just starting to get a little bit of a groove now, and the temps in these tyres are absolutely perfect right now. Got a nice gap behind. Oh my god, that was close. Went a little bit too wide, doing a Pascal Wehrlein as he did in Canada. Just went a little bit too wide onto the grass, backhand went, but luckily we avoided spinning or any of that. So it's going to be either McLaren, Sauber, or Banana. It won't be Sauber. I can confirm that the Sauber is not going to be the car we're driving, because we've already driven the Sauber realistically, haven't we, with little more GP. So that's not going to happen, guys, unfortunately. We won't be driving as Sauber. So you can think about the scenario of now who it's going to be. You've got Force India, Toro Rosso, McLaren, Renault are really the 4 teams that I'm thinking about right now. So I'll have to wait and see. You're going to be at Le Mans, Harry. That's very exciting. Love to go to Le Mans. It's one of my childhood dreams to go there. So maybe in the next few years, you know, I'd like to go to Le Mans maybe one year. But I will be watching it on the telly anyway next week. So now we're closing in back on Max Verstappen then. So they've done pretty well, the AI, to stay out this long on the soft tyre. I'm very impressed. right now with the grip, the tyre wear that these AI have got. So very happy with that. So let's see what you guys have got in mind for who I want to drive in next season as driver. Do we drive with the man ahead of you, Max Verstappen? Or do we drive in a Mercedes of Valtteri Bottas? So it's going to be up to you guys. You will have the final say on who we drive in next season. So top right corner of your screen, if you can't see it, make sure you refresh your stream because it will be up there if you've been here since the start. If you've just joined, you'll probably see it anyway. On the top right corner of the screen up that way, there is a vote going on right now. It's going to be on now for the rest of the season, guys, up to Brazil. And I will clog up the results and we'll find out as Verstappen pits then at the end of lap 6. So that's roughly where I was expecting the AI to pit. As Raikkonen comes in, a whole flurry of people going to the pits as we get another fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 40 flat. And we will look at tyre wear in a minute once we come out of turn 3. I'll put after this corner. I will put the tyres on. Stroll also on the medium tyres as well, which is good news for me. So we can work together to open the gap a little bit. But oh my God, look at that, 40% of the tyres. Holy moly, they've gone a little bit far into this race, haven't they, guys? So I think the one stop's out of the question. But you never know. We're going to try get these to around about lap 12 is where I want to be. As Verstappen, actually, who we just saw pit, is out of the Grand Prix. So the leader is out of this race. And that's going to help me absolutely brilliantly right now. So we should hold on to the lead of the Grand Prix once we made our pit stop. But we aren't pitting yet. We're going to try and go to about lap 11 is my target here, if I can. So we'll wait and see. We've just got to manage these tyres now as long as possible, but we've got a nice gap to Raikkonen. You can just see him there on the map as his tyres are going to be going off. Stroll's going to be the one to keep an eye on as well in this race if we're both doing one stops, which would be quite interesting for Williams to try and go for that aggressive strategy. But unbelievable scenes in the chat. 140.2 isn't really flat, it's race fuel. What do you expect? You can't expect me to put like 0 laps of fuel in the car and just bunch out qualifying times. It's got a full set of fuel in. And we get a fastest lap as well, so that's great. Good on race fuel. Managing the pace on very worn tyres as well, which is pretty good. And I think this could be Max Verstappen's car. So he literally just came out the pits and his car's gone off. I don't know where his car is actually, so it must have been gone off the track already. And the green flag is on as Raikkonen's pitted, by the way. So now we've got me, Stroll, leading a Williams 1-2 right now. So let's get some hype in the chat right now for that scenario right there of as Danny Rick, who apparently is leading the votes right now from what I can hear from the chat, sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So that's all right. There's only a couple of attempts up on my time, so I'm not really bothered about that for the time being. We just got to just manage these tyres now. Washermasher. Nice Discord reference there. If you guys want to join the Discord, the moderators will post it in the chat right now. And it's just basically a great way to talk to me. I am always on the Discord. And it's a great way to meet fellow members of the community and get some races going if you're on Xbox, PS4, whatnot. We've got all platforms of subscribers over there coming on and having a good time. It's a great way to inform you guys of any exclusives for series, because Discord get massive priority over you lot watching this now. So if you haven't joined Discord, I highly recommend it, because I've got some cheeky announcements coming very shortly. So if you don't want to miss out on them, then join the Discord right now if you want to get involved in well. It's a great way to get involved with you there as well. So anyway, on to lap 10, well lap 9 actually, so we've gone pretty long. Some of the tyres, see, the tyres aren't too bad. Once we hit 70%, as Stroll is in the pits then, so he's come in, so we're going to go for maybe 2 more laps before we make our pit stop. Alonso's on the hard tyre, so he's going to be one to keep an eye on in terms of grip levels, but you can see the cloud cover is building up even more, which is going to help us in terms of managing the tyres. Like Ocon as well on the hard tyre as well, but we're setting still purple sector times, which is good for us actually. So sure, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to the Ryan 83 community. Great to have you on board, mate, and hopefully your stay is a good one as well. So, gotta say, doing a good job on holding out these tyres. If we're trying this one-stop strategy, if it doesn't work, we have got a fresh set of soft tyres to play into this as well. So do not worry about that. So as long as the field get held, as the leaders get held up, that's going to help me right now. So do not count out Lance Stroll in this race. You just got to remember that. So let's have a look. But make sure, guys, you hit the like button, guys, because we hit over 200 likes, guys, by the end of the race. I will do double points in last question mark, guys, at, it's actually Silverstone, I can confirm, with Raikkonen, guys. So if you want to see me drive a sim and get a chance of you winning a copy of F1 2017, then make sure you subscribe, guys, and you turn on notifications and also slap the like button as well. If we hit 200 by the end of the race, double points are on offer for the next round, which will help you guys have a chance of winning and getting some big points, by the way. So we'll see. We're now into lap 11 territory, so we're getting very close to the tyre wear issue that I was mentioning earlier. The longer we stay out, the more the tyres are going to be coming into our favour right now. So we'll have a look. How's our tyres looking now? Yep, I think it's going to be time to pit this lap. So we'll box this lap then. We've done 10 laps on these, so it's a good job that we've got this far. I think we've got a little bit of a glitch there with the timing screens, but you can see we've got now nearly 17 seconds over the cars behind on the medium tyres. And I think we should be popping out just ahead of them, potentially. So we'll have to wait and see. We are going to be running up rich mix now. Jeff's on the blower, telling us to come to the pit this lap, so we will be doing that. Ocon's got past Alonso. That's going to help me even more open the gap out. Keep current. I need to make that change back to the hard tyres. We're going to try and go as long as possible on them. But the overcast, the heavy clouds are coming in now. You can just see it's getting a bit dark right now. There is no rain forecast, remember, so it is going to be a dry race. Just come in towards the last corner, then we go. We are going to be boxing this lap. It's too risky staying out for another lap because I feel we could get a puncher. Look at those tyres on the front left there, 74%. What can I say? But we are going to be boxing this lap then for a set of the hard tyres. We're going to go in, and we just about made that perfect there. And we're going to just drop it into lean as well for potentially our only stop of this race, guys, in this Grand Prix. We'll see if we can go to the end and see. But Ocon has a croissant, Grosjean has a baguette. That's very true. Come on, Williams. Good pit stop here. 2.1. Good stop there from the boys. I'm just checking right now if anyone's coming in. No one's coming in. As there goes the hard tyre runners. Just coming into shots, but where is the leaders? And look at that. We've got a beautiful gap right now. So the traffic has helped me massively right there. So we are in P4. We've got a nice window to Raikkonen, who's just got past and has gone into turn 1. So we've got a nice gap now behind to Kimi Raikkonen, who is obviously on a quicker strategy than us, but we're going for the one stop here. And we've got we've got like 2 sets of soft tyres available. We've got 4 fresh sets of soft tyres to play with in this Grand Prix. So that is going to be absolutely beautiful for our strategy. In case Raikkonen closes the gap massively, we have that option if we need to go onto the soft tyres, whilst Raikkonen will most likely go onto a set of medium tyres, and we'll have to wait and see, but we'll wait and see how we go on later in this Grand Prix. But the priority now is to close the gap to the McLarens and Ocon up ahead. Obviously the McLaren's going for the same strategy, it seems, running the harder tyre, as it worked for them amazingly in Singapore with one of their drivers, of obviously Stoffel Van Dorn getting the 3rd place. So do not count out any of these guys up ahead to cause a surprise once again for a 2nd race in a row. So we'll wait and see how this pans out there. But make sure, guys, you share the stream out, guys, and you hit the like button as well. 200 likes is your target, guys, for today. And if you guys hit it, then double points are on offer for the next last question mark, which returns this week coming up at Silverstone in Raikkonen's car, as Ocon has pitted for a set of, I have no idea what he's going on, but we'll wait and see. as Raikkonen gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Alonso's also in the pits there. I did not see that. So Van Dorn, for the second race in a row, leads the Grand Prix. So good job from him there to get that long. Right there. So doing a good job there. We've got plenty of fuel as well. You can see we've got over 2 laps of fuel. I don't think we're going to be worrying about fuel in this Grand Prix for the time being. We've got a nice 8-second gap to Raikkonen, thanks to traffic, once he made his pit stop, remember. So that has worked out beautifully for us right now. So we've just got to hold on here if we want to. If we feel it's necessary, we can pit and go on to soft tyres if we need to, in case of we're not making it to the end and we could be getting a puncture and we could lose out there. Chris, welcome to the channel, mate. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to the Ryan 93 community. Hopefully your stay is a good one and you have a great time here. So priority now is to catch up to Van Dorn. The gap is 4 seconds, so we can just see the McLaren there in the distance. I do support a football team, Harry. Nottingham Forest, home team for me, so got to support them. Got to support your home team from when you were born, so had the choice of either Notts County or Forest, so I'll go with Forest, because Forest is... what can I say? So Van Dorn expecting to pit this lap, so we'll wait and see if he does come in, which will mean we will inherit the lead. He does indeed pit. You can just see him there on the right-hand side of your screen. So we will take back the lead of this Grand Prix as we approach half distance here in Malaysia right now. And you can look at the tyres. Look at that, 8% on the tyres already. That's pretty good. So we're doing a good job there. So where's Stoffel the Waffle going to come out? I do not know. As Stroll is on another set of medium tyres, so he's definitely committing to a 2-stop there. So we'll see Raikkonen probably pit for mediums by lap 17, I wonder. So we'll wait and see as we've gone purple in the first sector. Then good start there for us. No sign of the Mercedes, so they may be struggling this week here in Malaysia. Obviously Hamilton started, what, P6 and Bottas was P10. That's what can you say. Do you like Manchester United? No, I don't really follow the Premier League as much, so I can't really answer that question, unfortunately. Declan, thank you, mate, for your comment. Do appreciate that, mate. Ryan works at Ryanair. Nah. You're a bit off there, Callum, about that. No, I'm not. I don't work for Ryanair. I do get a lot of comments asking about that. Stoffel the Waffle back at it once again with P1, but he's not P1 anymore, is he? He could be. You never know, once these guys pit again. So I go every game home and away with Brighton. Was at the City Ground when we lost 3-0. Oh yeah, I remember that game. That was a good game that was for us, so sucks to be you on that day. Purple with the hardest compound possible. GG. United, United. Not going to get fastest lap though, so... Your favourite team's Mercedes and Red Bull. Good to hear that, James. Mine is Red Bull, if anyone's interested. If you've not seen the favourite team or favourite driver command that the mods have access to, they will post it. So if anyone has any questions regarding that, then the team will post it to you guys as well. So, but an hour and a half to go then before the Grand Prix happens. So who are you rooting for in the Canadian Grand Prix? Who do you think is going to win the race? I have no idea. It's going to be possibly... I've got a sneaky suspicion Vettel could win it. I've just got that little inkling there. Mercedes look a little bit off in race pace, so that's my feeling. Unless they pull off a miracle with setup there with what they can do, and after Parc Ferme obviously comes into play. So I think Vettel will win the Grand Prix. But yeah. Yeah, Declan, I do agree with your comment there. Massa should have won the championship in 2008, unfortunately, but... a certain Toyota driver cost him the championship, obviously, for certain reasons. So I do feel sorry for Massa winning in his race and doesn't even win the championship. It's a real shame and would suck so badly for anyone right there. So we go in then to start. Oh, we're already halfway through the Grand Prix already. So it's gone quick, hasn't it, guys? It's gone pretty quick, this Grand Prix. Thanks, James. You see how my streams are good. I'm glad to hear that. All I do is wanting to entertain all of you in the chat right now. So that's my priority. That's why I set up these community stuff. I set up the streams so you guys can do access and have the say on what we do in the series. So, like this one in particular, you guys can vote for what we drive in. you guys can win a copy of F1 2017 with the series if you get interactive with the series and voting who you think is going to finish in the top 3, for example. The Discord, I set that up for you guys to get more closer to me in terms of talking to me, interacting with me giving you advice on YouTube and how to grow as a YouTuber and stuff. So that's why I've set this channel up now to be a live streaming community channel. So let's say it's Ricciardo gets another fastest lap of the Grand Prix there. So Danny Rick is one of the contenders for next season, guys, in this last question. What am I saying? Let's Make a Driver World Champion Series. So you can vote for that if you haven't seen it. In the top right corner there's an eye icon. If you can't see it, guys, make sure you refresh the stream and move your mouse cursor to the top right of the video so you can see who you can vote for. It's between Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas, and they are the only drivers we're going to be focusing on for the final season of the Let's Make Driver World Champion Series before we're going to head over to the next the next game cycle, which will be F1 2017, where we will go for anyone, really. It's anyone's guess who we're going to be driving as. Who do I think will win Le Mans this year? I think Porsche are going to win it this year, but don't count out Toyota. So really it's going to be between Porsche and Toyota. So it sucks that Audi aren't there anymore, because I think they're focusing heavily on Formula E now, so we'll have to wait and see on that front. But on to lap 16, we'll look at the tyre wear quickly. 22%, that's not too bad actually, so I think we could go to the end on these tyres. I actually think, because of these overcast conditions, we could make these go all the way, which would be amazing. So the weather didn't help us at the start of the race, but these overcast conditions are playing into our hands right now. So we'll have to wait and see, but they are going to be hunting us down, remember, as we go along in this Grand Prix. They're only 6 seconds behind, remember. So they are catching me, the Ferraris. So yeah, don't count them out yet, but we'll wait and see. I'll keep the tyre wear indicator on for the next few laps for you guys to see how much percentage we lose a lap in terms of tyre wear all around on an average. I think it's about 2% or 3% a lap. But we'll wait and see. There is a little bit of sun emerging. You can just see the sun trying to pop out there, but I think this is going to go anyway because it's going to be dark now for the remainder of the race. You can see the gap is 7 seconds, so we gained a little bit there on Raikkonen in this middle sector. Not by much, but we gained a tiny bit. What's my favourite race on the calendar? Has to be hands down Silverstone. Not because it's my home track, but I just love the flow and nature of the circuits. We've just done a Perez right there, so that was a bit stupid for me, but yeah, Silverstone by far is my best track to race on and to go to. Why am I asking about the weather? Because I like to know about the weather, so. And also, Jeff is disabled. I turned Jeff off because you will hear, like, for example, if I'm Lance Stroll, just say, it will say Bottas over the radio for Williams, so it would sound confusing for you guys to hear that. So I've turned Jeff off. Plus, it makes it unpredictable as well. So it's like being inside the cockpit of the driver. Yes, they get a bit of a feel for, because they've got engineers on the case telling you about when the weather's going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Back end slides out again. Jeff's still on the blower to me, but we're not going to pit this lap. So we're going to go all the way to the end of the Grand Prix now. Hopefully, if not, we'll have a set of soft tyres ready for our attack in the last few laps in case we don't make it to the end of the race and risking a puncture. So that's the priority right now. What do I think about Kota? It's not too bad of a track. I like the first sector with the uphill turn 1, and then you've got the nice resemblance of Magnus and Beckett's. I do quite like the first sector around there, but after that it's just terrible. Not going to lie. But a little bit too wide again, just getting the curve there, so just unsettled that back in a tiny bit there. But we're coming up to 11 laps to go then. Oh, Ford were terrible apparently in the Le Mans. That's quite a surprise. They weren't they? Didn't they win? I think they won last year, didn't they? In GTE. So I'm expecting them to maybe defend their crown this year. But Porsche looked pretty good. Corvette looked pretty good as well. The Chevrolet, sorry, I think. Chevrolet looked pretty good, so So wait and see, as we've got 11 laps to go then in this Malaysian Grand Prix. Do you think we can get to the end on this set of tyres? Is the question on all your guys' reminder. What's my favourite sport? Formula 1, of course. Had to be Formula 1. There's a little bit of oversteer there going into the corner, but we get that right as Ricciardo once again 7/10 a lap quicker than us, so not a worry as Vettel's pitted, which I believe will be his final stop of the race. So Sainz moves up to P3 then. So he's maybe going to the end of the Grand Prix maybe. We'll have to wait and see if he does do that. You think Ferrari and Chevy will be up there? Yeah, I have to say Ferrari look pretty good as well. Don't count them out as well. Forgot they were in GTE, even though I did a video on that on iRacing a few days ago. Oops. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Pace looks okay for us here. But I just want to say, guys, thank you for your support on the iRacing streams. I do appreciate it a lot. There will be a Fernando Alonso Indy series, mini-series I'm going to be launching next week, which I'm very excited about doing. It's a mini-series, so I'm looking forward to that. It will be fixed races, of course, so I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to be driving in Alonso's McLaren Honda Andretti IndyCar, and we're going to see if we can win some races and see if we win the championship there. Should be quite fun. We're going to do it once a week, so hopefully you guys can come along for that. If you guys want to, of course. You don't have to, but I thought it'd just be nice to see what would Alonso be like in IndyCar, so running too deep there into the corner. But Van Dorn's up to P3, so what did I say about Stoffel? He's up there. So I've got to be thinking now that 41% on the front left is kind of worrying me right now. And Raikkonen's catching as well, you can notice there. So maybe we have to scrap the one stop here and go for a two stop here on the soft tyre. That may be the best option for us here. Yeah, Nicky Tim's a very good driver, I've got to say. I do like Nicky Tim. I would like to race with him for a video. If you guys want to see that, then make sure you let me know in the chat, because I can try and get something sorted, because he is on iRacing, is Nicky Tim, and he's probably one of the nicest guys you will ever see on a YouTube channel. I love his content. And he does have a YouTube channel. If you just put Nicky Tim in YouTube, you'll find his channel. Great guy. Absolutely awesome. And it will be great for you guys to see me compete against a real-life racing driver. It will be so cool to see that happen. So just let me know, guys, if you want me to try and get in touch with him. Obviously, he's going to be at Le Mans this week, so I've got no chance about that. But it'd be a good way to promote the sim racing side of things as well. So, like, a YouTuber versus a real-life racing driver will be quite good to do it on as well, and we could maybe stream it maybe. So, but I think this is going to be a hard decision to make. We've got 9 laps to, or 8.5 laps to go. The tyre wear at the minute is on 45% maximum on the front left, so this is going to be a very tough decision to make. We've got to make the decision by at least lap 23. Right now, as you can see, Raikkonen's already pitted from the race, pitted anyway, so we've got to make a decision fast right now. Do we stay out? Or do we stay out? Record STF. What's STF mean? I don't know what that means. What does STH mean? With Tom Coral. Who's that? Who's Tom Coronel? Conrad? I have no idea who that is, so let me know, guys, in the chat right now. Do we pit for softs or do we stay out? Let me know by the end of next lap, please. But that's the situation. I'm keeping the tyre wear on, as I mentioned. So you guys can see if you think it's worth staying out or pitting. We'll see what you guys think, but lap 22 is when we're going to be pitting for soft tyres. So we're going to go to lap 22 is the minimum I'm going to stay out till. So next lap we will box if we think we should. If not, then spam away right now with what you think we should do right now. You say we've got a free pit stop, yes, but Raikkonen's going to be on faster tyres now, and he's going to close the gap down even more, so it will be very close. Pit 22, people saying pit stop, pit. No, we won't do mediums because that's just stupid. We could go on to soft tyres at the end of the Grand Prix. Box, okay, box then. Box, wet tyres. We won't pit this lap, guys, because I don't think we'll get to the end on soft tyres, so we'll go for one more lap. Actually, no, because Verstappen pitted, what, lap 6, 7? So we could be able to do it. And that was on used set of tyres, so we will box this lap. And look at that as well, we just got fuel on there, so we will box this lap then for a set of soft compound tyres. You know what, screw it, we'll do one more lap. Then we'll box. One more lap, guys, and then we'll pit on lap 22, just to be safe in terms of, you know, nah, we'll be fine, do not worry. Look at the gap we've got. That's the gap we've got. We've got nearly 30 seconds over the pack, so either the Ferraris have been in a bit of bother. You know what? I think we'll stay out, actually. We're going to stay to the end. I'm taking a massive gamble with this, but I think this could work. If we stay in lean and save the tyre wear, we could get to the end of this race. We've got 27 seconds to remember that. 27 seconds as Raikkonen's got past as well. We've got nearly half a lap ahead of Raikkonen. Oh, 2% there on the front left. Jesus Christ, that's bad. We could either cruise it or play it safe, but we have got a nice buffer that you guys have suggested why we should pit. But I maybe want to prove the point that a one-stop is possible around here in 50% races on a track like this. So it is a tough decision, but we'll be close, of course, on the tyre well, and especially on the front left as well. We'll see how it goes. We're just going to see how we go along. We've got the gap, remember. 20 seconds is what we need in terms of a pit stop round here, so just take that into consideration as well. Yes, I know we've got better tyres. I know we have better tyres than Raikkonen, but we've done this so many times in career mode. We've done one stop here. So we've only got 6 laps to go as well. That's why I'm tempted to stay out for 6 more laps. As long as we stay in lean, the tyres won't take a beating, and we can cruise it in the middle sector as well. That's why you can see me shifting very slowly up through the gears there. But this is right, what could go wrong? A bottle incoming? You never know. Raikkonen fastest lap is nearly a second ahead of us as well. But just playing it nice and easy through here. See if that jumps up to 60%. No, it doesn't this time around, so we've actually done well saving some tyre wear here. We lost 2% at that corner and it was on 58%, so this is what I mean. Saving a little bit of aggression in the corners is helping us here. So as long as we play it safe now, I think the one stop's fine. The front left hasn't changed as much since the beginning of the lap when it was on 58%, so we've done very well to hold it there. So as long as we're not aggressive through the corners, we'll be fine. The next episode will be tomorrow, guys, at Suzuka, so you haven't got long to the next episode, of course. I want to try and wrap this series up as quickly as possible, and we've only lost a percentage. The front left is the one I'm keeping an eye on the most right now. We've only gained a percentage on the front left, so that's very good tyre wear management right there. Only losing 1% on that front left tyre, so we'll see what it is at the end of this lap. But what did I say? Lean mixture helps save tyres, so bit of a recommendation there. And we know we're losing time, but it's not too bad. So remember 59%, guys, by the end of this lap, and we'll see. But yeah, my priority is the front left tyre. Managing that one. 61%. Jesus. Okay, that's interesting. We're going to just go right now. So, rain. No, there's no rain, guys. I can confirm there is no rain on my screen right now. I can tell you that from seeing it right now. There is no rain on track. No rain. So we'll see how it goes. So maybe just 2% a lap. So, oh, there's one. 62%. So, okay. So we've got then 4 laps to go then. Rain is coming. Get the inters ready. I don't think it's going to rain, guys. I can confirm there is no rain. Okay, we're losing time there. So I think, yeah, we're going to pit this lap. We're going to pit this lap. We'll box now. So pump up to rich mix. Let's absolutely go for it right now. We should still be ahead of Raikkonen by the time we come out of the pit. So but we will pit this lap because the tyre wear is going up too quickly now. We've already lost 3% already on this lap. So, and also if you haven't seen the Flying Fins video on this as well, I can't remember who did the video on the glitch at 70%. The tyre wear could go all over the place, and you'll. So we're coming to the pits then as Sainz is out of the race. Funny enough, as we cross the line, so we're taking this opportunity to pit now. Raikkonen, of course, is trying to go for a second win in a row, and that's a good stop there from the boys. 2-second pit stop, and we've got 4 laps to go. Then we may lose the lead here, but I'm not too bothered because, of course, we've got on the faster tyre. So this is going to be very close here. I can hear Ferrari coming. There is Raikkonen actually, and we've just held on to the lead of the Grand Prix, but we've ran wide at turn 1. But we're just going to hold on to Raikkonen there. So we got that just spot on there. But we are now in advantage mode now. We are on the faster tyre to Raikkonen. But maybe the softs don't work in overcast conditions. We have to wait and see if these get up to temperature, because these require really high temperatures to get into that zone. But we'll wait and see right now. But that was a close one. And I think this could be for Sainz's Toro Rosso, if we could find it. Where is his Toro Rosso? Can you spot? There he is. He's parked on the right-hand side there, on the escape road there, on the right there. So that was very close, I've got to say. But we'll have to see if these soft tyres work well in overcast weather. We'll wait and see if they do. But back end slides out a little bit there, so they're not up to temperature just yet, these tyres. We've got 7 tenths of a second gap to Raikkonen, of course. But we can just burn up fuel and we'll be fine. But that Ferrari, we know, is very competitive. Even on the slower tyre, we've got to be careful of Raikkonen in this Grand Prix. He's going to get DRS, unfortunately, over us right now. So as long as we keep this pace, we should be fine. But we're on a Williams. The only thing good about a Williams is its straight line speed. In the corners, compared to Ferrari, you know the Ferrari is absolutely going to destroy the Williams there. So Raikkonen just holding on to DRS as well. The gap is still 7 tenths of a second now. This is getting exciting right now. With 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix, we're not going to be worried about tyres right now. The priority is if these softs can get up to temperature quickly enough, because they're not. I'm not liking them right now, but they are the quicker tyre, remember, and we are slowly putting out a gap to Raikkonen. He's still in that second range, I believe. And he is. He's 8 tenths of a second behind us. So maybe going on the quicker tyre may not work for us. We'll have to wait and see. But remember, the softs burn up quickly. As you saw, 6 laps. So you never know what could happen in these last few laps. But the Grand Prix is happening in 20 minutes, guys. The build-up begins at 6 o'clock. With about an hour and 20 minutes before the Grand Prix happens. That's why I wanted to stick in another stream before that, so you guys can have a double shuffle of content today. But there we go, lads. 6 tenths up on Raikkonen in the middle sector. We've got the temperature up to where we need it to be on these tyres, but the AI are pretty good in this last sector, so we've got to be wary of that into this corner especially, which I absolutely despise so much. I just can't get the line right at any point in this Grand Prix. Remember, we're going for 5 for 5, guys, at Malaysia. The only track on the game that I've got 100% win record round in single player, like in career mode and stuff. So this does count as career mode because it is a championship season stuff. So as we get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but Raikkonen's gained a 1/10 of a second on us already in that final sector. So 2 laps to go then. The gap is just over a second right now. Who's going to win this Grand Prix? Realistically, it should be us with the faster tyre. But I think the middle sector is helping us massively now with the tyres burning up very nicely up to temperature range. They're already at 17% already, and we've done, what, 2 laps on them. And we've gained 8 temps already in the first sector there. Just the exit of the corner is helping us a little bit on traction there. So this should be ours for the taking now. And it's a crucial win as well in our fight for the championship. We are going to try and win this championship, guys. I'm going to give it everything I've got now and sweat it out so much that I want to win this for you guys right now. So after what we saw in Singapore, it was a great chance to close the gap down, but it just wasn't meant to be for us here today in Singapore. But we can maybe get some retribution here and win in Malaysia and continue, or possibly, or actually, yeah, we've got one more race round here on F1 2016. We could still have an undefeated streak at Malaysia for race wins, which would be absolutely amazing to have that to take away from this game. And we don't know where Mercedes are, Kieran. I have no idea where they are. They've had a disastrous race so far. Qualifying was terrible for both of them, P6 and P10. So maybe they just don't like Malaysia. I'm not too sure, but here we go then. The last lap of the Grand Prix. And we set a reasonable good time again. Raikkonen's closed the gap again in that final sector by 3/10 of a second. So maybe our tyres are starting to go off a tiny bit here in that last sector. But one more lap to go then to put off a great win here for Williams. And it will help us cement our championship contentions for definite right now. But after the shocking performance in Singapore in the last few laps, when we could have closed the gap down to Bottas and even took over from Lewis Hamilton in the standings, as we have a little bit of a moment there, the back end starting to lose a little bit of grip now, so we've got to be careful of that. We are going to drop it to standard to save a little bit on the rear end, a tiny bit there, and obviously save fuel as the light has just come on as well. Tyre wear's come up to 30% already, so this is going to be very tantalising this last few laps there. Raikkonen's still in distance, so he may have a chance here if we bottle it, which I don't want to do, of course, in the last few corners of this Grand Prix. Raikkonen is coming, lads. He's 1.1 seconds behind. This is not ideal right now. Just the back end sliding everywhere. We're losing grip as we go along every lap here in Malaysia. Are we going to bottle it is the question. We've only got really 2 more corners to go. We're going to take it so carefully into this corner. We may have missed the apex there, but I don't really care. But Raikkonen's just there. I think he's got DRS as well, but I think he's too far to mount a challenge. Coming into the final corner we go, and it's going to be a race win here for Felipe Massa. He's going to win the Malaysian Grand Prix and cement his championship contentions once again. Victory here in Malaysia. A great win there for Massa and puts us back in the championship contention there. What a win there. Raikkonen comes home in P2 just about there. But what a finish that was. What a close win there. And there, Williams are very happy there. The engineer is very happy. I'm pretty disappointed that Rob Smedley's not in the game. I would love to see Rob Smedley in there. But there is Massa winning here in Parc Ferme in P1. And I got someone clapping in my Discord. So hello to whoever that was on there. And look at them, very happy there. I think there's a guy from Cody's there working at Williams. Very cheeky to see him there. And Alonso comes home in P9. So fair play to Alonso. Fair play, mate. Fair play to Alonso. And there is your top 3 then. Vettel on the podium as well in P3. So a good finish for Ferrari, trying to hunt down Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. It's annoying for us because we were going to try and close the gap to Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. But what can I say? The champagne flies here in Malaysia. But if you like that race, guys, slap a like button on this video right now and subscribe if you think we can win this championship. That's a big win there for us, but we don't know where Mercedes finished. We're about to find out as we're going to see the official classifications here in Malaysia. And you can see Bottas finished P5, which means we take 15 points out of of Bottas is leading the championship. Hamilton's down in P7 as well. So a disastrous day for Mercedes here. But the top three, as we mentioned, Perez, a P4 for him. Great drive from him. Bottas, as I mentioned, in P5. Ocon P6. Hamilton 7th. Ricciardo drops to 8th place, which is disappointing for him. For 3 stops as well. Not good. Alonso, as I mentioned, P9. And Van Dorn gets a point as well for McLaren. So a double points finish for McLaren. Let's get some hype and chat for that as well. And our teammate finished in 13th place. The rest of the field is on your screen right now. And the only retirees were Max Verstappen after making a pit stop. And Carlos Sainz as well for Toro Rosso. But what does this mean for the Drivers' Championship, guys? It means that we are now P2 in the standings. And Hamilton's dropped to 4th place with a point behind Vettel. But we're closing in now. We're only 37 points behind Valtteri Bottas as it stands right now. With about, what, 5 races to go. So it is going to go down to the wire in this championship right there. But I'm going to wrap this episode up there, guys. So thank you so much. We'll check the constructors. We're still a bit behind Ferrari, but I think we may have to concede to Ferrari in this and focus right now on the Drivers' Championship there. So that has been the episode, guys. If you love this video, guys, make sure you slap a like on the video, guys, and subscribe as well for more of this Let's Make Massa World Champion. The next race is tomorrow, guys, at Suzuka, and it's going to be a belter once again. Home to unpredictable weather again, and should be quite exciting as well. It will be at 8 o'clock UK time, guys, which is the normal standard time for the week. During the weekday, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock will be the stream times. So make sure, guys, that you don't miss out on this, guys. We're coming to the nitty-gritty stages of this championship as well. That's going to be done. I hope you guys enjoy the Canadian Grand Prix, as I will be watching it as well. But until tomorrow, guys, make sure you have a great day, guys. Whatever you're doing around the world, make sure you like the video, guys, and subscribe as well, as we're getting closer to 15,000 subscribers. Until next time, guys, I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Until then, it's goodbye from me. Have a great day, guys. We picked up a win. Very important. Let's go all out, guys, for Suzuka. Until then, see you tomorrow, guys, and have a great day.